Despite the dramatic effect COVID-19 has had on the economy, the latest data from the Census Bureau has the White House cheering. One America's Rion has more.
Economists are privy to new census data once every 10 years. On Tuesday, the latest data revealed numbers that had the White House celebrating historic gains. For perspective, One American News spoke with White House Acting Chair of Economic Advisors Tyler Goodspeed.
In 2019, the real median household income, so for the median household income is for the typical American household, rose $4,400. That was a record increase, a 6.8% increase to a record high for a series going back to the 1960s.
Goodspeed, an economic historian, says the last 10 years have shown a clear divide on how policy under Obama and policy under Trump have affected everyday Americans in dramatically different ways.
For the second year in a row, following the 2017 tax legislation, we've actually seen income inequality in the United States decline. And we think that's reflective of a middle-class tax cut that also incentivized domestic investment in plant and equipment, which disproportionately helps labor and disproportionately helps lower skilled labor.
One of the more remarkable metrics was the improvement of America's overall poverty levels. Under Obama and Biden, the poverty levels in America consistently rose. Under President Trump, over 4 million Americans, the biggest decrease in poverty since 1966. Goodspeed says this is no accident. Trump delivered more for the American people in 3 years than Biden and Obama did in 8.
In just 1 year, the typical American household experienced income gains that exceeded their entire gains for 8 years under President Obama and Vice President Biden. And just to put this in perspective, in the first 3 years of the Trump economy, 6.6 million Americans were lifted out of poverty. That is that is the biggest number for the first 3 years of any administration. Second place is now the first 3 years of Lyndon Baines Johnson after he declared the war on poverty. So this is just, in historic terms, this is just unprecedented.
Goodspeed says this isn't an isolated bump. Demographics across the board have benefited specifically in the last 3 years.
Just looking at African American households, for instance, the income gains for the typical American household in 2019 was more than double the gains experienced in 8 years of President Obama and Vice President Biden. And what was especially telling was just how broad-based this was. So this was across the board. Every race and ethnic group experienced massive gains, record gains.
Goodspeed says, from an economist's standpoint, the Census Bureau's latest data, more than past data sets, perhaps shows what a difference leadership plays on the economy at every level. None more so than the dramatic tidal wave of policy brought in by the Trump economy. Rion, One American News, the White House.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.